You're not getting a nice room for $75 a week. You're not getting a nice room for $75 a day. Oh, wow. Wow. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here. Today playing, finally, Schedule 1. Oh, Dave, when are you going to play Schedule 1? Dave, have you heard of this game called Schedule 1? I think you'd like it. Hey, Dave, I'd really love it if you played Schedule 1. Yeah, no, it's about the subject matter, you see. Like, the old YouTubes ain't so keen on these kinds of games, so I'm going to be having to dance around language like Baryshnikov in this to avoid a community guideline strike. Oh, but Dave, all the other larger channels are doing Schedule 1 with no problems. Yeah, I ain't a larger channel, okay? I'm very low-hanging fruit for the old YouTube's community guidelines community, and they look at people like me and go, well, there's someone we can take down real easily. So we're going to be, we're going to be dancing around language in this game. Now, this is just the demo of Schedule 1, just the free sample, because I have commitment issues. I don't want to buy a game unless I actually feel I want to play it. So we're just going to do this bit and kind of see where it goes from there. Well, we're here. I've got no money in my pocket, no credit card, but apparently I've got a phone, so I've afforded some sort of phone plan here. I've got a message from unknown. You're in some trouble. Best not to talk over the mobile phone. Go find a payphone. A payphone. Dude, it's 2025. When was the last time you saw a payphone? I'm going to tell you the last time I saw one, about 15 years ago. In fact, it made the news when they took it out because it was the last payphone in the area. Yeah, for real, there was like a headline saying, last payphone in area finally removed because literally nobody uses payphones except Freelance Pharmaceutical representatives. Hey, buddy. Oh, hi, Uncle Nelson. Your favorite incarcerated uncle. Okay, so you're calling from prison. Super. Do they let people do this? Don't they, like, monitor calls in prison? And they're like, hey, that Nelson dude, he's giving Freelance Pharmaceutical advice to what I can only presume to be his nephew. We should probably stop him from doing that because it's, like, literally the reason he's in prison. He's not being rehabilitated. Well, Nelson was kind enough to leave some money by the skate park, which I can only assume is right here because it looks like a sort of an empty swimming pool. And there's a wheelchair, so, you know, that's skating. What else is going on? Thompson Construction and Demo. Okay, looks like that's kind of locked up right now. And again, the beer bottle here. I'm just going to take this bottle. Maybe I can throw... Oh, hey, whoa. Cash for trash. Okay, I've got a lot of trash. I would like to have a lot of cash. I just keep filling this thing? Because not only am I going to make money, but I'm serving the community. I should probably keep this. This looks like something I'm supposed to be keeping and or selling. I'm serving the community in a positive way, instead of the slightly negative way that Freelance Pharmaceuticals. Where's the show me more trash? Can I, yeah, just grab it all. Just take everything, dude. This game's easy. So, like, how much I get money. I got $13 right there. What do we need to get into the illegal side of things? I can be a positive boon on society and still make money. Get this stash near this. Okay, there's more trash to be had though, Uncle Nelson. Really, Nelson, really. And nobody found this. Nobody found this but me. All right, Nelson, what do you got? Oh, you got $375. I'm not saying no to that. That would be a lot of bottles and cigarette butts I'd have to pick up. Speaking of which, I bet you I get some sort of community service award for this. I don't know what this town has, like Board of Selectmen, Mayor, I don't know, Emperor, King, something like that. But I bet you I get some sort of award for my contributions to society, cleaning up these needles and these cigarette butts like that, and then get the can there. This is great. I don't need to leave this corner. Why, yes, I will take another $6. Thank you very much. Talk to the manager in the motel office. And there's office right there. Everything is very conveniently located in this town. Donna, hi. What's up? I am new in town and a community organizer in terms of trash collection and ecologically friendly initiatives. And I would like to rent a room from you. $75 for the week. Wow, that's actually very reasonable. There's bed bugs, aren't there? You're not getting a nice room for $75 a week. You're not getting a nice room for $75 a day. Oh, wow. Yeah. Donna, I know I'm not a regular customer, but I wonder if you had any sort of upgrades available. Maybe I could spend some points on something. I know that I don't actually have any points right now. I haven't earned any points, but like, frequent flyer miles or I know I'm not a frequent flyer, and I'm not even flying. I'm actually sort of standing. Donna, I just like to talk about Donna, there's a bobblehead of Richard Nixon, and that's probably the most disturbing thing I've seen in this game so far. And then go back to the payphone and talk to Nelson again. Does this guy get unlimited calls in prison? Because, like, I've seen movies about prison, and it seems like you get, like, one call a day or something. You have to line up with everyone else and make your call, and then if you don't, like, wrap your call up quick, you get a beatdown or something. So I assume Nelson is getting beaten down right now. Go to the hardware store, a grow tent, soil, and a watering can. Now, I assume, Uncle Nelson, this will be for herbs of a completely not illegal nature. Maybe some cilantro or mint, dill, perhaps, which grows very, very well and very easily. You can grow it either in the ground, nice hanging container for dill. It will adapt well to that. Dan, hi, I am new in town, and I am interested in growing dill. So wait, what was I supposed to do again? Okay, so a soil, okay, a grow tent. Where does that live? A grow tent. Packaging? No. Agriculture. There we go. A grow tent. Oh, I almost bought one of these. Like for realsies, like Real World Dave almost bought one of these. Not for anything illicit. I actually wanted to grow peppers. But they seem like a big production, and there's ways your hydroponics things you can be getting. You don't need to go to that much trouble, frankly. And then tools, a watering can. Okay. So insufficient. Oh, wait. I have to pay with a card? Really? Really? Dan? You don't take cash? Cash money, Dan. Cash is king. You know what the IRS is a little fuzzy on? Cash payments. Dan, you can filter those through a lot of things. I'm not saying I know that by experience, Dan, because this is a game about freelance pharmaceuticals, not tax evasion. And I'm certainly not going to look for any red flags from the IRS from this video, because I broadly assume that all members of the IRS, when it's not tax season, they're just sort of sitting around watching YouTube. And maybe one of them stumbles across this video. Dan, are you listening? Maybe one of them stumbles across this video and says, well, that gentleman there just admitted to tax evasion. No. I've spoken to a lawyer friend of mine. So long as you do the hypothetical thing, you don't got me. So hypothetically, Dan, if one wanted to take cash payments, and maybe, Dan, are you listening? This is really important because you're not taking cash. If one wanted to take cash payments, and maybe, Dan, not all of that got reported to the IRS. They're real fuzzy on, like, finding cash. They're not wicked good at it. They're basically working on the honor system, Dan. They're hoping that you're enough of a schmuck that you're actually going to report. I know, it's crazy. They're actually going to report all of it. Look, Dan, I got to go to an ATM because you're an idiot. Okay, let's deposit probably not all of it. How about we deposit I want to deposit $200. Oh, there we go. Plus 100. Okay, so deposit $200. Okay, great. I'm done. Thank you very much. So I still got some cash on me. Dan, are you still open? You are. Fantastic. No, Dan. Don't bother with the card thing, dude. Now, luckily, Dan kept my order intact here, so we're going to purchase that. Nice to see a fresh face in town. That sounded creepy, Dan, so I'm going to go away now and go back to my hotel. And I work in... You know what? You want to try minding your own business? Seriously, Dan. Just put the phrase hypothetically in front of everything. You'll be fine. Hey, Donna? Are you still up, Donna? You're gonna see a little bit of a spike in the electricity bill. Sorry, I gotta go inside, Donna. I'll just shout at you. You're gonna see a little bit of a spike in the electricity bill in the near future. I am playing a lot of wicked old Atari. Like, so much of it. Alright, one grow tent. Probably put it right by the bed. There we go. And then fill it with soil. So soil, put that in here. If you're wondering how to do something, there's hints. Okay, cool. Wait, click. I probably should have looked at the hints. There we go. Okay, cut that open. Oh, we actually have to physically move it. Okay, so like that. There. Okay, careful. 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 Okay, that's pretty careful. That was careful enough. Talk to Nelson at a payphone. Cool. It's just that I guess I'm not allowed to go outside. Oh, definitely close the curtains. People don't need to know about this nonsense. Put that light on. I don't actually have anything to grow. Oh God. What? Can I put this in the trash thing? Because I feel the trash thing is like, oh God. Oh, well, the next morning, and I slept overnight just to avoid the whole curfew thing. I've had a little bit of XP there. I'm assuming the curfew is not in effect at this point. I should grab some trash on the way. I did see the hardware store had a trash grabber and a trash bag. I could just be cleaning up, literally and metaphorically. So I'm missing seeds. Yeah, I noticed that myself. I'm not completely unfamiliar with the concept of gardening, Uncle Nelson. I do have no seeds. I've got dirt and water, and that's just basically mud. Pass your number on to Albert, and I assume he's going to help me out with my herb growing. Send me a message if you'd like to order some. Nelson has put in a good word for you. Okay. I would like to order that, please. So, I guess one of those. $30, dude. Seriously? Wow. Okay, should be ready in about 30 minutes. The supplier will message me when it's done. Well, great. That leaves me time to generate more money through trash collection. Albert's got my thing ready, but I'm working on my profitability here. So look at that. There's a perfectly good thing down here. A little yard waste here that I could be getting rid of. Just keep the box open. I'm going to be doing this all day. Collect the dead drop, and it's under West Bridge. Well, this is a bridge. Albert, you couldn't like pin this down a little bit, could you? Because this is a very, 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 very long bridge. Admittedly, it looks like that's about as far as I can go, but Albert, you don't want to maybe drop a marker or something on... Oh, hang on, more cash for trash. Aha! Okay, so there we go. That's apparently not the one I need. So there's more than one of these around here somewhere. Okay, so that's not it. There, is that another one? No, that is... Ma'am, have you seen what looks like a safe in a wall with an X? Kim. Don't be rude, Kim. People are so rude around this town. Well, I found a different bridge, and I'm kind of hoping this is the one. So, yes, there we go. Okay, take that down, pop that down there. No, I don't really need this in my hands. That's probably a little bit suspicious looking. All right, so remember that. That is the West Bridge over there. There's so much valuable trash here. There is so much valuable trash. I will build no dynasty. I will consume corporate slot, soy juice, gentrification... yeah, pretty much nailed the 21st century there, kid. Okay, down to business here. So let's get this growing in there. Okay, and get the cap off, and then move that. Yeah, that's kind of close enough, right? And then bury it in some soil, like that, and then water it. Okay, so water. Oh, the watering can is empty. Can I... Oh, I can fill it right from here, right next to Richard Nixon. Okay, careful. No, wrong way. That's mostly watered, right? That's the area that the seed was generally in. Do we need any more than that? Oh, there. Oh, no, we're moving. Okay. Oh, we got it. It's a mini game. It's a mini game. Okay, there we go. I don't want to have the watering can in my hand anymore. Plant trimmers, packaging station, baggies. Place the soil bag and seed vial in the trash can. No, I want to put it in the trash for cash. I'm not giving this stuff up for free. All right, I'm going to reluctantly put this in here because the trash for cash thing is a long way away, and I don't really want to do that. Buy a trash bag. Now we're in the trash business. Okay, this is what I wanted this entire time. I am just going to clean up the community, again, literally and metaphorically. Now, bad news. Dan's closed. That's... less than what I wanted. Can we go over to the bar? I got some cash. Oh, I got a knock. Talk to George. George. I assume you're the owner of this bar. You don't really want your customers having to knock and ask for entry. You probably just want to be like, open. I don't have a free sample of anything right now, so I'm just going to go away. Now, I slept through to the next morning because there was nothing else to do, and I really need Dan to open his shop up. I'm a very, very busy freelance pharmaceutical representative here. I've got one plant and nothing. Dan, are you seriously not open? 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Dan, I'm just going to have to wait here. I'm going to go hang out with this guy over here, which would be a big shock to him. I'm not really sure what's up with Dan. It's clearly 8:45, and dude's not open. I don't know if it's like his day off or something. What's up with this truck? You have a little accident there, a little fender bender? Coming out of the pizza place here, a little hot and heavy? Have you seen Dan? Excuse me. Hi. Have you seen... Excuse me. Hello? Have you seen... Hello? Have you seen Dan around? Well, after much tribulation trying to figure out the Dan issue, I found out Dan's in the pizza place next door. Dan, would you feel like coming to work at all? Can I interest you in coming to work? Thank you. I'm sorry, Dan. I didn't realize I was your personal alarm clock. Dan, I've been waiting 3 days for you to come. 3 game days, Dan, for you to come to work. Are you serious, Dan? I waited 3 game days. Do you know how tedious that was? And I had to go over there and I had to get you up for work, Dan. I had to get Dan up for work. I'm Dan's alarm clock. Nothing happens with Dan unless Dave deals with it. And because Dan is so fussy about the cash issue, I've got to also go deposit some more money over here. So, I don't know, deposit another $100 in there. Thank you very much. I am done. I'd really rather have the cash on me. I'd rather have the cash. Dan, I hope we're not going to have this problem in the future. And by have this problem in the future, I mean, I'm going to hurt you, Dan. I mean, I'm going to physically hurt you. 3 game days. 3 game days. I was waiting for Dan to open his shop. Did not realize I had to wake up Dan. Also, I did not buy enough baggies, but let's just deal with first things first here. Dan, I'm coming back to the shop. I assume you are at lunch, and I will have to go pry you away from your tuna sandwich to go back into your own store. Well, let's do the important stuff first, which is take out the trash. So bag all of that up. Now, I assume... Can I go... No, pick that up. I want to go put this in trash for cash, because trash for cash is the most exciting thing I've seen. Look at that. I even left the door open for myself, too. So pop that in there. And then how much money am I going to get for an entire bag of trash? It's like $17. Now harvest all of these like that. Thank you. 7 and 1 hiding back there. Okay, and is that my stuff there? All right, grab that. And then package this. So I assume I take this over here, right? Use packaging station. Okay. Product. Oh, I should have put that in my hands or something. All right, well, packaging that. Okay, oh, here it is. It's down here. And then product that. And then package that. So that into that. Okay. Ready to go, I guess. Wait, there's an app for this? Of course there's an app for this. There's an app for everything. In the product manager app. Okay. Where's the product manager app? How do we get to that? I want to just be like on my phone, but not in messages. There we go. List for sale. Okay. And then wait for a message. Right. I am going to go stab Dan with these shears. Now, can I take that and like replant it? I don't have any soil. I don't have, just put it on the ground. You don't have anything here. You're going to have to go back to Dan. You are beholden to Dan now for your soil needs. Oh, hang on, someone wants to buy something. Kathy, hi. 105 for it. Sure, broadly, yeah. What time? How about I see you in the morning? Okay. Outside room 2 of the brown apartment block. Uh-huh. I don't think I actually have this in my inventory. I'm gonna have to like get this, right? So, put the output down here. Okay, so what did I just tell her? I'm going to be there in the morning. I'm going to go to bed, Kathy. I'm a very, very, very tired freelance pharmaceutical representative. Apparently, I'm a street rat, too, for my trouble. So, where did Kathy say she's... A brown apartment block, room 2. Okay, I mean, that might be an apartment block over there. Or it might be a bar, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Well, it's the demo. There's only so many places she can possibly be. Outside Well, I mean, bricks are kind of brown, right? Oh, Dan, you managed to show up for work all by yourself. Look at you go. Look at you showing up for work like a champ without having to have me wake you up and pull you out of a pizza joint. The search for Kathy is not going well. I'm going to freely admit that. I don't know which one of these is supposed to be the brown apartment block, and Kathy is reluctant to fill me in with any more details. Maybe this is it. Brown... This is a bar again. Brown apartment block? Sorry, is anyone Kathy around here? Hi, are you Kathy by any chance? No, you're Jerry. Do you know Kathy? It's just that I've got some illicit substances for her. Yeah, no, I'm a criminal. Well, you know what, Kathy? This one's kind of on you. Honestly, this one's kind of on you. You didn't give me any clearer directions than that, like an actual street address or anything. What time is it? It's about 10:30 in the morning. Kathy is going to have to be SOL because Austin here. Austin, no, I know. Hang on, I'm dealing with Austin. Austin, can you give me a reasonable place where you're going to be? So I'm going to say in the morning or the afternoon. The afternoon is good too. See, Austin, right in front of the motel. Sorry, Kathy. Next time, maybe give me a street address or something like that. Are you Kathy? Do you know Kathy? Come here. You, come here. Who are you? You're Trent. No, you're probably not a Kathy then. Hi, you're Austin? Hi, I have, things for you, basically. How do we do this individual? Yeah, change quantity. I just want to give you, no. Change the quantity of those. And then move that over there. Okay, so you get like 3 of these, and I get 125 of those. See, Austin, wasn't that easy? If you bump into Kathy, tell her about the concept of a street address. And with my first sale underway there, probably a good time to wrap it up on this little look at Schedule 1, the demo thereof, the free sample where my business acumen is not nearly as good as just picking up trash and putting it in a trash container and then it spits money out at you. That's going really, really well. The Freelance Pharmaceuticals, not so much, and also I've got to occasionally pull Dan out of a pizza slice and let him go to work. But guys, do please let me know what you thought of this in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. But maybe we close the door during a zombie apocalypse, Cinnamon, huh? It's just basic security technique. If the door is closed, Cinnamon, the zombies are going to have to work harder to get in. What you've done is put up a big sign on the top of your roof here that says, "Hey zombies, this way for food." All right, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. And I'm pretty sure they're trying to beat him to death with a baguette, which is less effective than you might commonly think it would be. I have created epic fruitcake. Those words have never been uttered in the entirety of human history. That sentence has never come together. I have made epic fruitcake.